when your children don't respect you. Do this instead. 6 powerful ways to regain respect. Hello, my friends. Welcome back to the channel. I'm so glad you're here with me today. I've been around for quite a while. Let's just say I've hit the big 9-0, and I've seen a lot in my time. I've raised kids, watched them grow, and now I've got grandkids who are starting their own families. Life has taught me a thing or two, and I'm here to share it with you, especially if you're in that beautiful middle stage of life, maybe in your 50s, 60s, or beyond, where you're reflecting on what matters most. Today, we're diving into something that hits close to home for a lot of us. What do you do when your children don't respect you? Oh, I know that sting. You pour your heart into raising them. Late nights, endless worries, sacrifices they'll never even know about. And then one day, you feel like they've forgotten it all. Maybe they talk back, roll their eyes, or just don't listen anymore. It hurts, doesn't it? I've been there, and I've seen so many friends go through it too. But here's the good news. You're not powerless. You don't have to sit there feeling small or defeated. Over the years, I've learned some powerful ways to turn that around. Not with anger or lectures, but with wisdom and grace. Today, I'm sharing 6 steps that work for me and can work for you too. These aren't just quick fixes. They're life lessons that bring respect back into your home and peace into your heart. And trust me, at my age, I've had plenty of time to test them out. So grab a cup of coffee or tea, if that's your thing, and let's talk. This is for all you out there who want to live healthier, happier, and wiser, especially in those precious senior years. Because respect isn't just something we demand. It's something we earn, and I'm going to show you how. Let's get started. Point 1. Look in the mirror first. Respect starts with you. When I was younger, maybe in my 60s, still figuring things out, I had a moment with my son that shook me. He snapped at me one day over something silly, like how I cooked the Thanksgiving turkey. I was ready to fire back, but then I stopped. I asked myself, am I acting in a way that deserves respect? It hit me hard. If I want my kids to respect me, I've got to respect myself first. What does that mean? It's simple but tough. Take care of yourself, your body, your mind, your spirit. Back then, I wasn't sleeping well. I was stressed all the time, and honestly, I was grumpy more than I'd like to admit. My son wasn't just reacting to the turkey. He was reacting to me. So I started small. I went for walks every morning, nothing fancy, just 20 minutes around the block. I ate better, cut back on the sweets, and started reading books that lifted my soul. I even picked up poetry again, something I loved as a girl. When you respect yourself, you carry yourself differently. You're not yelling or begging for attention. You're calm, steady, like an oak tree that's been standing for decades. My son noticed. One day he said, "Mom, you seem happier lately." That was the start of something new between us. So, my first piece of advice, look in the mirror. Are you living in a way that shows you value yourself? Because if you do, your kids will see it too. 2, let go of the past. Don't hold their mistakes over them. Here's a story for you. My daughter, bless her heart, was a wild one in her teens. She'd sneak out, argue with me, and once even told me I didn't understand her life. I held on to that for years. Every time she messed up, I'd bring up the past like some old record stuck on repeat. By the time I was in my 70s, I realized it wasn't working. She just shut down, and the respect I wanted, it was nowhere in sight. One day, I sat her down and said, "Honey, I'm done dragging up old fights. Let's start fresh." It wasn't easy. I had to bite my tongue more times than I can count. But I let go. I stopped seeing her as that rebellious kid and started seeing her as the woman she'd become. Guess what? She softened. She started calling more, asking my advice. When you let go of their past mistakes, you give them room to grow into respecting you. Holding grudges is like carrying a heavy bag uphill. It wears you out and gets you nowhere. Drop it, my friends. You'll feel lighter, and they'll come closer. 3, set boundaries with love. Be firm but kind. Now, don't get me wrong. Letting go doesn't mean letting them walk all over you. I learned this the hard way with my youngest, Jimmy. He'd call me up, ask for money, and then disappear for weeks. I'd given every time because, I didn't want to lose him. But at 85, I finally said, enough. I told him, Jimmy, I love you, but I'm not your bank. If you want my help, you got to show me some respect first. It was tough. He didn't talk to me for a month, but then he came back, not for money, but for a real conversation. Boundaries aren't walls. They're fences with gates. You set them with love, not anger. Maybe your kids interrupt you constantly or ignore your calls. Tell them calmly, I'd love to talk, but I need you to listen too. Be firm but kind, like a teacher guiding a student. They might push back at first, but they'll respect you for standing your ground. It's like planting a seed. It takes time, but it grows. 4. Share your wisdom, not your orders. Teach, don't preach. I'll let you in on a little secret. Nobody likes being told what to do. Not kids, not grandkids, not even me at 90. I used to lecture my daughter about everything. Her job, her friends, you name it. She just gnawed and tuned me out. Then one day, I tried something different. We were in the kitchen, and instead of saying, you should save more money, I told her a story. I said, when I was your age, I lost everything because I didn't plan ahead. Took me years to climb back. She perked up. She asked questions. Suddenly, we were talking, not fighting. Share your wisdom through stories, not commands. You've lived a long life, maybe 50, 60, 70 years. You've got lessons worth hearing. Tell them about the time you overcame a struggle or learned something the hard way. My favorite quote from way back is, a gentle word turns away wrath. Speak softly, share humbly, and they'll start looking to you for guidance. Not because you demanded it, but because they want it. 5. Show them respect first. It's a two-way street. This one took me a while to figure out. My grandson, Tommy, he's 30 now, used to drive me crazy with his music blaring all the time. I'd snap at him, turn that noise off. One day I thought, what if I tried respecting him first? So I knocked on his door and said, Tommy, I'd love to hear what you're listening to. Can you tell me about it? He was shocked, but he sat me down and played me a song. It wasn't my style, but I listened. After that, he started turning it down without me asking. Respect is a two-way street. If your kids feel you don't value their opinions or their lives, why would they value yours? Ask them questions. Say, what do you think about this? Or, I'd love to hear your side. It's not about agreeing. It's about showing them they matter. When I was 80, I started doing this more and my whole family changed. They'd come to me with problems because they knew I'd listen. Try it. You'll be amazed. 6. Be patient. Respect grows slowly like a garden. Finally, here's the biggest lesson I've learned. Patience. You can't force respect overnight. It's like growing a garden. You plant the seeds, water them, and wait. I remember when my kids were in their 20s. I thought I'd lost them forever. They'd argue with me, ignore my advice, and I'd lie awake wondering where I went wrong. But I kept loving them, kept trying these steps, and by the time I hit my late 80s, things shifted. One Christmas, my daughter said, Mom, you've always been there for us. I'm sorry I didn't see it sooner. My son hugged me and said, you're the wisest person I know. It took years, but it happened. So, don't give up. Keep respecting yourself, setting boundaries, sharing wisdom, and showing them love. Time has a way of bringing it all together. As the old saying goes, good things come to those who wait. And trust me, at 90, I've waited long enough to know it's true. Well, my friends, there you have it. 6 powerful ways to regain respect when your children don't seem to give it. I've walked this road myself, and I can tell you it's not about winning battles. It's about building bridges. At my age, I've learned that life's too short for resentment. What matters is peace in your heart and love in your home. If you're sitting there feeling discouraged, take it from me. You've got more strength than you know. Start with one of these steps today. Maybe a walk to respect yourself or a kind word to your child. Little by little, you'll see the change. And isn't that what healthy aging is all about? Living wiser, living better, and passing that on to the next generation. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Have your kids ever made you feel disrespected? What's worked for you? Let's share our wisdom together. This channel is a family, after all. If you found this helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. We've got more life lessons coming your way every week. Before I go, here's a little quote I've carried with me for years. The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. Keep serving, keep loving, and keep growing. You're doing great, and I'm proud to be on this journey with you. See you in the next video. Take